Hey, Tom.
Hey, JC.
Happy belated birthday to you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes. Your birthday was on Tuesday.
Tuesday? Monday.
Monday? Today's Thursday, the 13th.
Monday.
You're right, because math.
Yeah. I do know my own birthday.
Thank you.
It's fascinating.
Well, anyway, I wanted to start the show off today by revisiting the year of your birth, Tom.
Oh, God.
Yeah, 1974.
Let's reveal to everyone my personal information. Let's go.
That's true.
Let's also pick some random numbers that just match my social security number.
Right? Yeah, well, if anyone actually looked you up on any of the social media you hawk at the end of this, they could find that out. So,
could they?
Yes.
I don't know.
That's how I found That's how I found the year. In researching for this bit.
Okay.
Anyway. Notable wrestlers born the same year as you. Shane Helms.
Oh, wow.
Rey Mysterio. Billy Kidman. Matt Hardy.
I don't feel as old now.
Yeah.
Because I feel like those guys are young. Those guys are, what, early 30s?
Okay, buddy. Number one song in 1974? You gonna guess?
The number one song at the time of my birth?
Just for the year of 1974.
Oh, I don't know.
The Way We Were by Barbra Streisand.
Okay. I was going to say, during my actual birthday week or whatever, it was Carl Douglas's Kung Fu Fighting.
Was it really? I didn't look that much. I didn't look that far into it.
This is a true fact.
Now I wish I would have checked that.
Yes.
All right.
Everyone was Kung Fu Fighting when I was born.
Yes. How much was gas in 1974?
3 cents.
50 cents.
Yes, but 50 cents was $5.
That's true. That's a good point. Number one movie domestic gross at the box office in 1974.
Godfather?
Nope. Number one was Blazing Saddles. Which shocked me a little bit.
The movie that uses the N-word more than, I think, any other movie.
I feel like Django Unchained might have given it a run for its money.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Super Bowl champions in 1974.
Let's see. Are we talking... All right, so 74 would be the beginning.
This would be Super Bowl 8.
Oh, then it would be my beloved Miami Dolphins.
Exactly.
That defeated the Minnesota Vikings, who they play this week.
There you go. See? And
score of 24-7.
Sure, I didn't look that far into it.
My football team hasn't won since the year I was born. So,
yeah.
And, I'm a Canes fan, too. So I try to memorize championships from decades past.
Don't blame you. And
God bless the Yankees.
NCAA basketball champions in 1974.
UCLA.
The cheating NC State Wolfpack.
Oh.
Led by notorious NCAA violator Jim Valvano. That's right.
Was it Valvano back then, too?
I'm assuming, because that's the only time they've ever won a national championship, right?
Valvano was 83. I didn't think he had.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
The other ones.
Whatever. Still don't give a shit about Jim Valvano. I realize I just cursed him. We're not even 3 minutes in, but I don't care when it comes to Jim Valvano.
We've already broken that.
That's fine. I can maintain it through the wrestling talk.
Hashtag good Long Island boy, Jim Valvano.
Ugh. Hashtag cheater. Sometimes they do win. Anyway, let's talk about wrestling tonight, Tom.
We don't want to talk about who, the NWA champion was in 1974?
No, I did not look that up. I actually did not think to look up other wrestling facts and other birthdays.
I just wanted to note how old you are. Why bring any wrestling, trivia into the wrestling podcast?
Hey, I started with it. I started with the birthdays, okay?
I'm going to assume this is going blindly off the top of my head that WWF champion was Bruno.
Oh, yeah, because he had it for like 300 years.
I mean, that's like me saying UCLA for the college basketball thing. That kind of covers a good amount of
yes,
area.
That would have been correct. He was champion from December 10th, 1973 to April 30th, 1977. He won it off of Sean Stasiak and Stan Stasiak.
Interesting that he was not born at the time,
right.
But he still held the champion.
He won it off of Stan Stasiak and lost it to Billy Graham. There we go.
That was the second his second
correct
tour, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, because he lost to Ivan Koloff, I think, too.
Yeah. Let's see who the NWA champion was. I'll pose a guess at that. Ooh.
Jack Briscoe.
Correct.
Terry Funk. Dory Funk.
Nope. It was Jack Briscoe won the NWA World Championship on December 9th, 1974. From Giant Baba. Who held it from December 2nd through December 9th.
To think that Giant Baba was almost the NWA World Heavyweight Champion on my birthday. That would have been a blessed event.
Yep. Actually, no, it's 1975. Numbers are hard.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say I enjoyed using Giant Baba in Fire Pro for many years.
As you should.
Because he has such a limited moveset, but he had this giant chop that he would just jump up in the air, and that was like the big finisher. He would actually jump up in the air and do like a karate chop to the head. So as college students that may or may not have been under the influence of alcohol.
What? No one drinks in college.
Screaming out Super Baba Chop whenever that would happen.
I love it. All right, buddy. Well, we should get this show on the road here. We're going to talk about TLC tonight. Pay-per-view on Sunday.
Left Eye has always been my favorite. I hate the fact that she gets cut out of radio edits.
Yeah, right. And then pen mail. Figured that we keep it light and fresh tonight.
Like, nope, I'm not going to say that.
Nope,
we'll just
go ahead. Go ahead. Nope, you already thought it.
Nope.
All right, I'll get it out of you.
It's not worth it.
I'll get it out of you.
Got to keep it clean. Got to keep it clean. You've already broken the barrier.
That's true. Well, then you should just go for it. Anyway.
I'm trying to roll it back.
All right. That's fine. That's fair. All right, Tom. So let's get this thing started. Can you do me a favor?
What's that, Jason?
Can you ring that bell, buddy?
Sure enough.
You're listening to the Cheaters Never Pin podcast, a proud part of the Section 328 network, bringing you all the best in wrestling from WWE, New Japan, and beyond. Now, live from ringside, it's Mr. Workrate and JC.
Oh, buddies! It's the Cheaters Never Pin podcast. My name is JC. Here next to me at the commentary table to the stars is my good buddy, Mr. Workrate, Tom.
Super to be here as always, JC.
Isn't it? Highlight of my week. I think I say that every week, and it is.
You do. If the week that you forget to say that, I'm going to be so sad.
Yeah. You know how mad I am at you for some unknown reason.
Yeah.
And then we can get into a fight on the air. That's good content.
And then we'll do like 2 podcasts the following week, me with some guest, guest, and then you can do it with some other guest, and then... Well, then it'll be ruined.
That's true.
Because people will be like, wow, it's so much better with you guys apart. Or just without Tom on the podcast at all.
No. I wouldn't have a show without you, brother.
Aw.
See? All right. It's Christmas. I'm only saying that because it's Christmas. I'm in the giving spirit.
Aw, that's sweet.
Ask me again in January. All right. TLC is... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, as is usually the beginning thing, that I have to announce
Absolutely.
what I'm randomly watching on the WWE Network. And it's not so random because I actually fish through to look for... I like to find the hidden gems because you get some random stuff on there. And then a lot of times I'll throw in stuff that just kind of out of nowhere stuff. Like they've had... what was the match that you were just telling me? They had the Iron Man match with Rollins and who was it?
Rollins and Ambrose. So I think it's just a 30-minute Iron Man match from FCW. It might be 60. I can't remember. I haven't watched it yet.
But I mean, FCW stuff they'll throw on there because they don't technically have a section for any of the developmental, like outside of NXT.
And just the newer NXT. I don't even think the old competition version's on there, is it?
I think they just recently put the game show stuff on there.
Gotcha.
But anyway, fishing through it, I found a match from 1983 where probably the two most charismatic wrestlers at the time team up as Dusty Rhodes teams with the Junkyard Dog to take on the not $1 Million Man at the time, Ted DiBiase, and Matt Bourne in a tag team match from Houston.
Oh, nice.
It is a lot has been said about Dusty and how charismatic he is, and I mean everyone will swear to that. I mean all the people that came through NXT will tell you how much they love Dusty, and there's a huge reputation with him, and deservedly so. Not as much is spoken these days about the Junkyard Dog and how over he was. Just from his charisma was off the charts. I mean, it was Hogan-esque. I remember when I first started watching WWF, I had more friends that were fans of the Junkyard Dog than were fans of Hulk Hogan, just because that's who he was. Mm-hmm. And I mean, even before that, in the Mid-South type of area, wrestling for Bill Watts and those type of people, Junkyard Dog was so entirely over. So this was kind of a cool match between these two, and watching it now, taking on Ted DiBiase and the former Doink Matt Bourne, two excellent workers in their own right. Dusty and JYD weren't exactly the best work rate type people, but right. Ted and Matt, both second generation wrestlers too, now that I think about it, could drag a good match out of both those guys. The other thing observation was, back then, for whatever reason, like, we see referees now and there's a total uniform to referees. You see, black pants, black and white striped shirt, what the referee looks like. Back in like the 80s and 70s, it seems like referees could wear whatever the hell they wanted to. Like, this guy looks like he's wearing like a bowling shirt. Some of the Memphis, you see like some of the Fargos when they do refereeing, like some of the old NWA Starcades, you see guys that look like they're just in like a yellow pantsuit or whatever. It's like, what the hell? Why do you not, like, referee is supposed to look like one thing. Why? Who gave them the creative freedom to dress the way that they do? But I'm just rambling now.
Well, they didn't have Kevin Dunn to tell them what to do, Tom.
People are hitting that 15-second like fast forward button to just get fast.
Right.
So I'll shut up. Let's talk about TLC.
I was going to add on talking about JYD, and it may be on sale at some point. Maybe even on WWEshop.com. Maybe on Amazon when you click through the Cheaters Never Pin button, or the cheatersneverpin.com. There we go. But the Legends of Mid-South Wrestling Blu-ray that they put out a few years ago has a really nice section on JYD in it. So, it's really entertaining.
I mean, if all you've seen of JYD is like he had a kind of a quick run with WCW near the early 90s, I guess it was the last time he was actively wrestling.
Yeah. And
he was just so completely out of shape by then, and couldn't work a lick. But it's just, if you can catch any of his mid-80s, early 80s stuff, again, the Mid-South stuff, I mean, it's weird to think, like, two of the, like, most over and halfway decent wrestling guys on that card were Junkyard Dog and Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Right.
And to see what Vince kind of turned them into is a little bit sad when you look back at it. But anyway.
Let's talk about Vince putting his touch on things.
Okay.
TLC this Sunday.
Did anyone pee themselves lately?
No. I've heard that the fans don't like that. That's what Seth Rollins told me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I guess we'll do our usual bit here. We'll run through the card, talk about what got us here, and give you our predictions. Sound good?
Oh, yeah. I was supposed to click on that link. Okay. Yep. Clicked on it now. I'm ready.
You there?
Okay.
All right. Wikipedia, right? So we're looking at
Yeah.
the same order. Okay, good. First up, well, these are in no particular order because who knows what. For some reason, there's 12 matches on this card and none are denoted for the pre-show. So strap in, kids.
TLC's going 5 hours this weekend.
Oh god, no, please. Mixed match challenge finals. So we had the semifinals on Tuesday night, and the finals are the Sunday, with the winners receiving the 30th entrance in their respective rumble, and an all expenses paid vacation to a location of their choosing. So
Are they going to hedonism?
we'll get there.
Okay.
So we have the Fabulous Truth, R-Truth and Carmella representing SmackDown, taking on Mahalisha, which is Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox from Raw. So looking at this now, all right, the number 30 spot doesn't matter at this year's Rumble.
No.
None of these four are winning the Rumble. So only care about 1 through 29. That's good to know now. I like that. But I really hope R-Truth and Carmella wins because I need a YouTube series or vignettes of them on vacation.
Yeah. Any excuse to get some R-Truth content. I love R-Truth.
Him and Carmella are such a great team together. Like, well, R-Truth is still an incredible worker.
It's amazing, too, considering, I mean, we're talking about how old I am.
Yeah.
R-Truth's older than I am.
Yeah, he's ancient, but he's so good. And you know, well, Carmella's Carmella, but like they just have really great chemistry together. Like they're just fun to watch. Like when Truth TV was a thing there for a while, it was even though it was kind of dumb because it's going to dance break. It was still entertaining. Like he's very charismatic like that. So.
And I love the kind of happy accidents that you run into with stuff like this. Like, who in a booking meeting was like, that would work really well together? R-Truth and Carmella. No one said that.
Nope.
I mean, it's like when they ended up like sticking Rhino and Heath Slater together, or I don't know, but stuff like that. Just when it actually kind of clicks, it works out really well.
Yeah. Well, Owens and Jericho.
Right. I was trying. It was on the tip of my tongue, and I can't think of the one good example that I was going to use.
Just shout it out when you think of it. Just randomly. We got a singles match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. There are no stipulations here, which is really dumb because it's Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. And I shouldn't say it's really dumb because the story doesn't need stipulations. We're not at that point yet. But like, come on. Don't you want to see Seth and Dean go at it in a TLC match?
Well, they're going to save that for the TLC paper. Oh,
so year-long feud.
Yes.
Love it.
That's a slow build, baby.
That's right. The blow-off is a year from now. Oh, wait, I think we covered last week. We don't do blow-offs anymore.
No.
I don't know. I'm starting to get really over this feud, which makes me really sad.
They can use this match to build it, though.
Yeah.
Because this isn't going to be the blow off by any stretch of the imagination.
It shouldn't be. This blows off at Mania.
Yeah.
If you're doing this correctly. But I think it's like these two are both really capable workers, and it's going to be a good match. I have no concern whatsoever for it. And I think, I assume at that point, then you have to have Ambrose win, especially through some nefarious means, while he's dressed like Bane.
Well, that's the old school way of doing things. It's you have the heel get the title to screw over, like the turn works. Like that's how you're supposed to do it. The turn works at first. Like the bad guy turns and it ends up paying off in the short term, but in the long term, the good guy gets his revenge.
Right. I just don't know how invested I would be seeing a babyface Seth Rollins chasing.
Yeah. I mean, Seth worked well when he was the cowardly heel.
Oh, it was perfect. It was wonderful, in fact.
And Dean, I mean, for whatever reason, I don't know. Dean does a lot of things pretty decently well. Like he did the kind of goofy face thing that was entertaining to a point. He does the pissed off heel thing pretty well too, although some of the questionable content he's gotten into recently, I don't know, but
I don't mind it. Personally, I don't mind it.
But yeah, this is going to be something to build off of, especially since you're not using Stips.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen where you bring Stips into it later on.
Yep. So Ambrose wins.
Yeah, why not?
Yep. If this match happens, the next match, because we don't know the status of Braun Strowman, but he's taking on Baron Corbin in a TLC match. If Strowman wins, he faces Lesnar at the Royal Rumble for the Universal title, and Corbin will no longer have any power whatsoever. If Corbin wins, he will become the full-time general manager of Monday Night Raw. So the fact that we still have this match and we're actively talking about it on Monday makes me go, Strowman is fine. He will absolutely be there. Because they'd have already started backpedaling out of it somehow, I feel like. And then you've already put Alexa Bliss on the tee as the next GM.
Yeah.
So, cool. Strowman wins.
And if Strowman doesn't, if for some reason he can't physically do it, they'll figure out some other way of whoever replaces him or whatever will manage to get Corbin still screwed over.
Right. But, like I said, they're talking about it, so he'll be there.
I am skimming, whatever, both. A What Culture article.
I'm sorry.
To try to figure out what makeshift tag team I am thinking maybe it'll trigger. And it's 10 totally random makeshift tag teams that surprisingly ruled. And the number 9 one that I just went past was the tag team of High Energy, which, if you don't remember, and you don't,
I don't,
was the tag team of Owen Hart and Coco Beware, where the two of them wore the most 80-ish, like, wrestling gear of neon colors and
right,
like pants up to their like armpits, pretty much.
It doesn't surprise me that it worked. I mean, it's Owen.
No, it was horrible. This article is wrong.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Because nothing with Coco Beware ruled. Sorry.
What are you talking about? He had a bird.
Yeah, that was it.
Ronda Rousey defends her Raw Women's Championship against Nia Jax. No Stips. I don't see them beating Rousey, so I mean,
no.
I hate this story. I hate Nia Jax badly reading scripts in the middle of the ring. I hate hashtag Facebreaker. I hate
her voice.
I hate her randomly yelling. What was it that she just randomly yelled Monday Night Mid-Pro? She's just one tone, and then she just screams. It was so bad. Oh, I can't wait for her first WWE Studios film. It's going to be terrible.
The Marine 7. I'm here looking for the Marine.
It sounds nothing like her.
Oh, so your pedophile Terry Funk is right on cue, but
you know, yeah. I won the championship. I'll about be Ronda Rousey's ass.
Again, that's not Terry Funk. It's the pedophile from Family Guy.
It feels like Terry Funk. Like in my soul. All right. I said we don't want to talk about that match anymore. So let's move on.
My match has switched, by the way.
Ooh,
for whatever reason, I wasn't paying attention, so
okay.
The network, if you leave it alone at the end of a match, tends to just pick another random match or whatever. Mm-hmm. in the hidden gems. This is an ECW match from probably about 97 or so. A Stairway to Hell match. So that's a ladder is involved, but there's 4 Dudleys in the match. It's a 6-man match, but there's 4 Dudleys involved. You have the traditional Dudleys of Bubba Ray and Devon,
right?
Teaming with Big Dick Dudley,
Of course.
facing Spike Dudley,
Right?
Dreamer, and Sandman.
I was really hoping it was going to be Signed Guy Dudley.
Signed Guy is at ringside with Joel Gertner,
All right. I feel better now then.
as is always the case.
Right. I just want to see him in a match.
Many of us did. It never happened.
What would it take, Tom, when we start our hypothetical promotion that we talk about sometimes, to book Signed Guy Dudley in a match?
Signed Guy's doing pretty well for himself, I've heard.
Oh.
He's not a wrestling promoter, but he's an events promoter in Vegas, I think.
Oh.
I'd heard. I don't know. I could be complete crap. But
All right. We're just going to go with it. You said it on podcast. It's true now.
yep. We'll kayfabe it if not.
Daniel Bryan. What is it? The all new Daniel Bryan? What's he being called now?
I don't know. I don't watch the product.
Makes for a great conversation. Defends his WWE Championship against the phenomenal AJ Styles. I assume Daniel retains. There's no reason for him. There's no reason for him not to.
I mean, we've cut. There's no need to have AJ with the belt now. Just roll with it for a little bit with Bryan.
Right.
We wanted to keep AJ with the title when he had that run. Like, he's had it for a year. No one's had the WWE title for that long since Punk or somebody.
I think
I
that was
forgot
it.
who. So, like, when you had it for that long, it's like, well, all right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. But now that it's off, well, he doesn't really need it right now. And to be honest, let's keep his schedule a little bit more controlled now.
Right.
I mean, honestly, he puts everything he has into his matches, and that's great and all. But let's not burn him completely out. Let's take his schedule down a little bit and enjoy what we have, because I don't want to burn him completely out in like 2 years when we could have 4 more good years.
Mm-hmm. So here's my main question, right? With, we both agree AJ's not winning the belt here. He doesn't need the belt here. But it is now December. Next month is Royal Rumble. We're looking to WrestleMania at this point, as scary as that seems, which will be our 3rd WrestleMania doing this podcast.
Ooh.
What's the plan for AJ going to WrestleMania? Like, we had Shinsuke last year. We had the Dream Match, right?
Right.
Who, what, where, why, when, how? Like, I don't know. I was just thinking about this as soon as we both agreed that he didn't need the title and he wasn't going to win it here. Like, all right, well then what's the long play here? And I'm trying to think through the SmackDown roster. I can't think of anyone like, I'm just like, oh, I want to see that.
AJ faces the big, shocking Japanese guy they sign after January 4th.
It's AJ versus Kenny Omega.
Hypothetically, sure.
Sure. That's what's happening.
Not going to be an elite guy, but
I just said it on a podcast. It's the truth.
Can't back out now.
Nope. Thanks, Vince. Since you listen, make it happen. Open up that checkbook.
I know. According to the last episode of Edge and Christian I saw, he's still frozen.
That was the first one, wasn't it? Or
He's
have they kept it going? I've missed the last 2 of them.
I have only watched the first one.
Okay. All right. Becky Lynch, the man, defends her WWE SmackDown Women's Championship in a triple threat TLC match against Charlotte and Asuka. I don't know what'll happen. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Actually, I can see them making the case for Becky to retain. She carries it all the way to Mania, and we finally get our Rousey Lynch match. I can see them putting it on Charlotte. Same thing. I can see them putting it on Asuka to free up Becky and Charlotte for something at Mania too. You know, I think there's a lot of options here.
Yeah.
It's just not knowing what the long-term plan is makes it go, I don't really know what's going to happen. And I think after this match, we'll kind of see the path through April.
Yeah, I think Becky's retaining.
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning to.
More than likely, Charlotte and Asuka are going to carry a decent amount of the weight to keep Becky relatively fresh, because I don't know how... I mean, she seems to imply that she's 100%, but even when you come back 100%, you still want to be a little bit cautious about it.
I think the last thing I read in the Observer was basically saying, the concussion is fine now. Like, she's 100% cleared from that. It's the facial fracture that they're still kind of watching, which makes sense. So, yeah, with her broken face. Hashtag facebreaker.
A broken face, facebreaker.
Oh, you know what you need for a broken face?
What's that, JC?
Ice packs.
Ooh, yeah.
I
don't have an ice maker though.
Oh. Well, fortunately, it's the holiday season, Tom.
It is. Andy Williams has told me this.
And if you're really nice, Santa Claus could bring you an ice maker.
I'd rather have other stuff, but
okay. Well,
but right. Beggars, choosers, and all that type of thing. I'll take what I can get.
Okay. Well, Santa doesn't bring an ice maker. That's fine. Whatever. But you still need one.
Yeah.
How do you go about getting one of those things? One of those fancy newfangled ice makers.
Oh well, I could get in the car and travel God knows how long and fight the traffic and go to the ice maker store.
Yep. Okay.
I mean,
I like that.
But that takes a long time. Then have to deal with the ice maker salesman, and you know how obnoxious they can be.
You can dial 1-800-ICE-MAKE.
Yeah.
You can order one there.
They leave off the last S for savings, I think.
What are they leaving off the R for then?
Don't confuse me with your alphabet, JC. I mean, you could do all that stuff, figure out the alphabet, learn how to spell. Not me.
Yeah?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to cheatersneverpin.com. I hope this plays when you go to the website.
I think I just killed him. the silence.
I want to go to cheatersneverpin.com. I was taking the music in. I want to go to Cheaters Never Pin. We need to get Pat. Pat, I'm sure, listens to the podcast. We need to make sure Pat gets this as a background music playing that you cannot stop anywhere.
I have to turn it down like that. It's terrible quality.
That late 90s website value where you go to the website and goddamn it, music's playing and the animated GIFs are going.
When you went to somebody's MySpace and some like My Chemical Romance would just start blaring in the background for no reason.
Me and my good friend Gerard Way. But so you go to cheatersneverpin.com, scroll past the animated GIFs, find the Amazon.com button, click on that button, which is not animated, mind you.
Unfortunately.
And then that takes you to Amazon.com. Then you can look for that ice maker. You can be the Iceman King Parsons if you need to. Buy the Iceman King Parsons autobiography. I'm sure he's written one. It's probably somewhere there as well. Buy Top Gun, where the Iceman performs there.
Vanilla Ice has some albums you could download.
Screw that. Go buy the DVD of Cool as Ice, my son's favorite movie.
Okay.
Starring Vanilla Ice.
True.
Hopefully a Spanish dub version of that. Take all those things in your cart. Buy them. But when you spend your good hard money on those products,
Yeah.
get them shipped to you within 1 to 2 days using your Prime membership, which you already have, because
Yep.
of course everybody has that.
Yeah.
Part of those dollars that you spent don't go to Jeff Bezos, because screw that guy. They go to us. So do it that way. Buy all your products. CheatersNeverPin.com. Click on the Amazon.com link. Go to Amazon.com. Buy your stuff. Give us a portion of your money. Please and thank you.
Thank you. I love the idea that Christmas is the only time we put a bed under the ad reads. It's just terrible royalty-free instrumental music that somebody made with their MIDI keyboard in Windows 95.
My wife questioned your choice of Hanukkah music. What was it, last week? Week before? Last week, I guess it was, because, we were in the middle of Hanukkah last week.
It was last week.
Said, how did you not play Hava Nagila?
Oh, I didn't even think of it. It didn't come up.
That
Peeling back the proverbial curtain of this show, I just went to YouTube on my iPad and was like, royalty-free Hanukkah music. Because I'm trying to not get pulled down for fair use.
And then you played something that, I don't know, that's the music you play during a bris, I think.
What's an appropriate song for a bris? If you could, okay, so you're having a bris, and the rabbi comes out. What's his entrance music? That's the real question.
Obviously, the Brutus the Barber Beefcake theme. Because he's strutting and cutting.
Right.
For those of you who don't know what a bris is, look it up. That joke's funny.
It's very funny. Oh. So we need to record a podcast. It's just what entrance music would you use for insert religious ceremony here?
Yeah.
It's good.
I mean, we can, I pay money through a subscription to The Athletic where they write stories about what goal music would hockey players use, hypothetically, if we scored goals.
All right. Well, some of them have really invalid opinions that we won't get into on this podcast.
I'd say 95% of those opinions in that particular article. By the way, if Sarah Savian happens to listen to this podcast for some reason,
Why?
Thank you for all your quality content.
Why would she?
That is not a knock on you by any stretch.
No.
of the imagination.
Yeah. This is not a knock on her at all. This is a knock on that goon Peter Mrazek.
Yeah. Way to give up 5 goals tonight, buddy.
Yeah. Way to win that starting position on that 1-year contract.
Yeah.
Finn Balor takes on Drew McIntyre in a singles match.
Seamless transition.
We've had a lot of non-wrestling content tonight, which, here's the thing, too. I feel like some of our best shows are when it's like 50% not wrestling, 50% wrestling.
Yeah, we tried to do one that was like 95% not wrestling. That didn't work as well.
When did we do that?
When we had it was like 2 episodes ago, I think, or 3 episodes ago, where we had nothing to talk about.
Yeah, well, whatever. I'm just here to chat.
It was only like 45 minutes that time.
For some reason, people find it really entertaining when you and I just chat for an hour.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's how this whole thing started.
That's true. Started
People
over.
saw us chatting, and they're just like, you guys should have your own podcast.
And we went, hashtag strokes, not hashtag, but screw it, strokes beard. In stage
Hashtag
directions.
strokes. Which just,
that was back when I didn't have a beard, Tom.
it was not at that time for me.
No. You've always had a beard. Even though
Seemingly so.
Even though I still have to look at this really odd picture of you on Skype every week where it's just goatee Tom, not beard Tom.
That picture, which was my original Twitter profile picture, I think, from way back when, that was, God, that picture is probably at least like 8 years old.
Yeah. We should update. No, don't never update it.
Well, if I change it, it's just going to end up being cartoon me, so.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I like cartoon Tom. I like that guy. Can I get that guy on the show?
Maybe.
Okay. Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre in a singles match.
It's a battle for Brexit. I've already booked this match.
Theresa May is special guest timekeeper.
And for that one person who actually knows like politics and will sneak into the mentions and go, it technically has nothing to do with Brexit since.
But this is
one guy's Irish and one guy's Scottish, and they're pulling away from the European Union, which is other countries completely. Shut up.
It was still really funny. I don't give a damn.
Suspension of disbelief
right?
is the most important thing about wrestling.
Exactly.
So let's not get specific.
Do you think Vince knows where they're actually from? No! It's Vince!
God damn it, they're all from Greenland.
Why is there so much ice here?
I thought Iceland was the one with ice.
No, Vince, that's Greenland.
Why they call it Greenland if it's full of ice?
It's a terrible gimmick.
I was starting to transition into like Vince Seinfeld for some reason. Why do they call it Greenland? It's full of ice. What's the deal with airplane food?
Now I have the image of Vince sitting on his couch trying to watch an episode of Seinfeld. I don't
The show's about nothing.
I don't understand what the hell's going on here.
I like the bald one, though. He's irritating. Yes.
Oh, that Kramer slide's funny. I like him.
He's gotta pee. He runs around like he has to pee.
I think we're just not talking about this match because we don't care.
Joel Gertner's taking off his clothes right now, so please talk about anything else.
Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre. Finn's supposedly injured because he got pulled off the Latin American tour at the end of last week. Not on Raw Monday night.
So is this match even going to happen?
Yes. And I think maybe they use it. I think the Demon shows up. That'd be kind of cool. Whatever. Dude, here's, you know me. I'm such a Finn mark. I'm staring at my Finn Balor Funko right here in the studio right now. And my Finn Balor NXT statue from whatever edition of 2K that was the NXT pack. And this Finn Balor poster. And I'm currently wearing a Finn Balor hoodie. All right? Let me paint a picture for you folks. I'm a Finn Balor mark. Holy hell, I don't care about this match. I haven't cared about anything he's done in a long time. I love him. He's still my favorite on this entire roster. But Jesus Christ.
There's nothing to the match except for the fact that it could be a great match, just in general.
Oh, it will be. Like, they're both great in the ring. That's the whole thing about this whole card, other than the match Nia Jax is in. There's not a badly, booked match on here from a wrestling standpoint. But I just don't care. Finn is probably going to lose, and nothing is going to change. It doesn't elevate Drew McIntyre at all, because Finn's been put into mid-card hell. If Finn wins, that looks stupid against Drew. As we're trying to build him to what I assume is a slow build to him potentially even challenging Braun Strowman for the title, right? I could see Braun winning on Sunday, Braun beating Lesnar at Rumble, and Drew winning the Rumble.
Yeah.
I'm actually really cool with that storyline personally. But
I mean, they're attempting to build Drew, and I'm all for that. I mean,
oh yeah.
It's been the guy that Vince has wanted for so many years, and it's actually happening now.
Yeah. Elias takes on Bobby Lashley in a ladder match, but not really, because it should be a pole match, but they're calling it a ladder match.
It should be.
So,
I was looking at it just now. I'm going, why is this not a pole match?
Well, so when they laid it out Monday night, here's the stipulation: a guitar will be suspended above the ring. Ladders are allowed climb the ladder, get the guitar. You don't win, but you're now allowed to use the guitar as a weapon. It's the same crap they did with the kendo stick on a pole match between Bayley and Alexa Bliss, where it was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. This is going to be no different.
Although,
I also don't care.
In fairness, I've seen Elias swing a guitar, and that is deadly.
Yeah, it's true. And it 100% shoot deadly.
See, because I'm thinking, you're going, it's a ladder match, so it's a no disqualification match. You have to set it that way. No one's going to go, well, geez, it's a ladder match, but they used the chair.
But only the guy that grabs the guitar can use that as a weapon. Maybe.
Now, I'm really hoping that when the guitar eventually gets used, it's one of those good honky tonk man type guitars where it's loaded up with, like a half a bottle of baby powder.
Yes. It's the only way you do it.
So when it actually gets used, like a practical explosion happens in the middle of the ring.
I think it's coincidental we're having this match, and Jeff Jarrett has been backstage a couple times in the last few weeks. I think they've just called him in to prep the guitars.
I realized that Stairway to Hell match that I'm currently watching. Oh, Tommy's dead. Oh, jeez. The stipulation to the match. Again, we're talking about ladder matches and stipulations. So here's the realistic thing. Since it is a ladder type match, and God forbid it's ECW, there's no disqualifications here. So we've got trash cans and various other weapons and the ladder, which has been brought into the ring, several chairs. So you're like, well, what are they trying to get that's, been hanging from the ceiling that you're supposed to get on the ladder? A massive roll of barbed wire.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that actually is more dangerous than the other thing. So sure.
Well, yeah, sure.
I mean, it is, but it isn't. Like barbed wire is a little overrated in its danger thing. I mean, it's an inconvenience. It's a sharp, pointy thing, but it's not like completely horrible. It's meant to. Barbed wire's actual purpose is to inconvenience an animal that like rubs into it and goes, oh, I shouldn't do that, and then it goes away. It's not meant to like destroy the animal. It's meant to go, oh, I shouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not razor wire. Razor wire is bad stuff.
Yeah.
I've completely digressed.
Bobby Lashley wins. There we go.
Yeah.
The Bar versus the New Day versus the Usos in a triple threat match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Why the hell isn't this one TLC? That would have been freaking awesome.
Because all the matches that you don't need to be TLC are TLC, and all the matches that you want to be TLC
aren't.
We don't want to take the shine off of.
Yeah. I guess the Bar retains. It doesn't really matter. It's the Tag Team Championships.
I'd like to see the Usos get back into.
Oh, yeah. I'm totally down for that.
Because it seems like we've totally forgotten about them until recently.
I know. I'm ready to take another trip to the Uso Penitentiary. All right.
I had nothing to add.
Nothing.
To that.
All right.
Okay. I apparently you enjoy prison. Okay.
Moving on. Natty takes on Ruby Riott in a tables match. Ruby Riott most certainly going through the Jim the Anvil Neidhart table. Yeah. Cool. Buddy Murphy defends the Cruiserweight Championship against Cedric Alexander in what's going to be a banger of a match.
Yeah.
It'll get 5 minutes.
Depending on how many other matches we end up having. I mean, there's got to be some... Nothing's been announced to be put on the pre-show, but stuff's going to be on the pre-show.
Yeah. So, I say Buddy Murphy retains. Sure. Why not?
I mean, I could see them bouncing back to Cedric for whatever reason, but I think Cedric's had his turn. It's not a... I don't think Cedric's going to elevate the title much more than anybody else.
No.
So Buddy will hold on to it for a little bit longer until they put it on like Mustafa Ali or somebody.
Mm-hmm. And then we wanted to get them both on the card in a chairs match. It's Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton.
My son asked me the other day if Randy Orton still wrestles. I said, well, yeah, kind of.
Yeah. In a chairs match. Cool. I don't even care who wins this.
Maybe they'll sit in chairs.
Yeah.
What are the odds that we get a chair-assisted 619 spot?
100%.
Okay.
What are the odds we get a chair-assisted RKO out of nowhere?
125%.
Oh, damn. So I think so you add those two together, and then you divide them because there's only one chair.
And then
it's still 225 because I can actually do math.
All I know is that Kurt Angle has only got a 16.7% chance to win.
There you go. So that's TLC, folks, this Sunday. Live and streaming on the WWE Network. Final battle is tonight, actually, Friday night. On pay-per-view.
Tonight is
Fight
not
TV.
Friday night.
It will be by the time people listen to this.
But I live in the now, Jason.
All right. Well, you know what, Tom? Kayfabe, buddy.
Enjoy Friday. It's going to be a hell of a day.
It's going to rain if you're here in the triangle, at least. All right. So let's move on to one of our favorite parts of the night. It's time for Pin Mail.
Pin mail. Pin mail. Pin mail.
I like that version. We got 3 tonight.
Ooh.
I know.
I wasn't paying attention, so I saw we had gotten 1.
Oh, we got 3. So here we go. First up, at Inlock716, Noah's Ark 84 on the Twitter. If the rumors of a new promotion coming from Cody and company are true, which WWE superstars could you see jump ship over there? Hashtag Pinmail.
Let's see.
I think a lot of it depends on what this promotion is going to look like. Are we touring? Is it also pay? Is a big piece of this? Is it TV exclusive? It's a tough one.
It's tough because a lot of the people that are, I'll say, underutilized, seem to be content with where they are, or at least pushing the company line. Guys like Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder's it's been addressed a couple of times with them going, oh, don't you hate what's going on with you? The fact that you're never on TV or whatever. He's just like,
no.
I'm making good money and I'm doing what I love and I still do house shows and I'm hosting a show on the network and doing the stuff. He's like, I'm cool.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It depends on. I think the main people that might want to jump are, theoretically at least, are guys that are in similar situations like Cody's that are still decently young, that feel like they need to do more. I mean, Zack Ryder, a guy like Zack Ryder doesn't need to go, you know what, I'm going to go jump to Impact and try to push for a world championship there. Zack's done,
right.
R-Truth is done. He doesn't need to go anywhere. He's happy with what he's got.
But a guy like Tyler Breeze, right?
Yeah.
I could
Tyler's
see
a thought.
I honestly don't see any of them leaving to go there.
No, I mean, if guys, they're going to be guys that eventually are going to get future endeavored, or guys that are still on NXT contracts. I mean, you may want to look at that and go, well, who's on an NXT contract and when are those NXT contracts coming up and do you get call-ups or whatever?
Yeah.
But I think, honestly, from the elite promotion type standpoint, they're going to be hit. They're going to be hitting. Unfortunately for their standpoint, they're going to be hitting places like Ring of Honor. They're going to be looking at, major indies and trying to build up talent that way. They'll probably look for talent shares and that type of thing with other promotions.
Yeah. I mean, look what they did with All In, right? I mean, it was the indiest of the indie talent other than them.
Yeah. So they'll get like Joey Ryan and people like that to just kind of get the exposure.
Yeah,
But
I think they'd be more interested in that anyway, developing their own thing rather than trying to ride the coattails of someone who might already have a name.
yeah, if somebody like, say, a Tyler Breeze were to fall into their lap, I don't think they're gonna turn it down by any means.
Yeah,
but
right.
They're also not gonna take the Impact or not Impact, take the TNA route of basically going, oh, you wrestled for WWE at one time.
Come on down.
We'll guaranteed push of some variety.
Right. From @SOB Must Pay JB over on Twitter. Let's stick with the TLC theme this week. What are your favorite TLC matches and why? Either a TLC match that's happened on if I could read. Either a TLC match or a match that's happened on a TLC pay-per-view. Give us fun stuff to watch in prep for Sunday. And does anything on Sunday's card have the potential to make your list? I'll start with the second question first. Nothing on this card is going to make that list of best either TLC matches or matches on a TLC pay-per-view.
Yeah. This would have been a great one for me to do research on and know about beforehand.
There's only one TLC match you need to watch in preparation for this pay-per-view. Do you know what I'm going to say here?
It's the match that was tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs?
No. It is actually from an Extreme Rules pay-per-view, and it's a TLC match from 2014. El Torito and Hornswoggle, WeLC. That is all you need to watch. And also, I will give an honorary mention to the GIF from last year of Kurt Angle sliding in behind Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins as the Shield. All you need is the GIF. The match wasn't great. You just need the GIF of Happy Dad Kurt Angle sliding in behind those two at last year's TLC pay-per-view when everyone had the mumps.
Yeah. I mean, if we want to be realistic about it, outside of the entertainment value that you've already mentioned,
right.
I don't think you can beat the first TLC match.
Yeah, that's my serious answer.
I mean, I'll be realistic when I talk about this stuff. I have a love-hate relationship with those matches, in that I know it took down the careers of all six of those guys just a little bit. And you can see Matt Hardy showing GIFs online of spots from those type of matches as to the reason why he's not wrestling right now. So, I mean, again, you watch that stuff, especially in the era that it was in of relatively unprotected bumps like that, and you look at some of the stuff and you just cringe. But also, I mean, the Edge spear on, what was it? Was it Jeff Hardy? I guess
that was the second match. That was at WrestleMania the following year.
Yeah, that just
why?
Yeah.
Also,
you've done those matches. You don't need to do them anymore. You don't need a pay-per-view.
Fun TLC fact: only 2 cities have ever hosted multiple TLC matches for WWE. Guess the 2 cities.
New York.
No, and I'm not counting that because it's not true. All right, there we go. I'm not counting East Rutherford, New Jersey, and Brooklyn as one place.
Because they're not.
Correct.
You don't have to sell me on
Well,
that.
even if one was in Brooklyn and one was in MSG, I was going to say no.
No, still not the same.
Correct.
Do not call Brooklyn Manhattan.
Right.
And do not call Brooklyn Long Island.
Right.
Brooklyn
is
Brooklyn.
All right. 2 cities.
I don't know.
Houston, Texas, which hosted WrestleMania 17.
Right.
And where's the other one here? Randy Orton versus John Cena for the Unification TLC match in 2013. The only other city that's hosted multiple WWE TLC matches, good old Raleigh, North Carolina.
I should have probably assumed that you were going there with that.
The original TLC match at SummerSlam 2000, and then Edge versus Ric Flair on an episode of Monday Night Raw in 2006. Fun facts. Final pin mail from @tweets from Seth, our buddy Seth. I'm still looking for Bray Wyatt. Statement number 1. We'll break this one down. I'm still looking for Bray Wyatt. So are we.
Has he been to the Lake of Reincarnation?
Well, that's a good point. But New Japan and Charlotte sounds amazing. We agree.
Yes.
February, what is it? First, second?
First or second. I don't know. I'll go there both days just in case.
Tom's just pitching a tent in Charlotte. Who are you hoping to see? And would Mr. Workrate buy a Yano DVD at the event if given the opportunity? I'll go ahead and answer the second part of that now. Yes.
That's the most ridiculous question I think I've been asked. Of course.
Who am I hoping to see? It sounds stupid to say everybody. But, like, I guess I'm most stoked. And this is February, and everything could change in January. To see Omega. I'm also really stoked to see Okada and Tanahashi. I might actually cry. Who knows? And I'm crying at Tanahashi's hair. I'm going to be honest. Because when that flow comes out, it's game over. Hearts are broken. Tom, your turn.
I want to see Toru Yano.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's kind of my number 1. I just want to shrug with him.
Can I guess your number 2?
Sure.
Raisuke Taguchi. Duh.
Can I touch the funky weapon?
I think that's $20 at the merch table after the show.
Money well spent.
Right.
I would ideally like to see Daryl Takahashi.
Oh, yes! I don't care about Hiromu.
No. I want him to get healthy, but if Daryl shows up with his wife and child...
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Seeing Tama Tonga and Tangaloa would be cool.
Yeah, because they could banter and we'd actually understand them.
Right. They'd be just screaming F-bombs. We'd be like, huh? We know what you're saying, sir. Can you please control your language?
Who else? Bad Luck Fale would be... I kind of want to see him in person.
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
He's a big dude.
I'd take a picture with him.
I'm down for some knife pervert in front of my face. Jay White, by the way, everybody.
Outside of that, I know it's not necessarily happening, but if I could see Liger in person, I'd explode. I
think you may get your wish.
I know he's over 50.
It doesn't matter.
I don't care.
It's still Liger. Tiger Mask, just to see the Tiger Mask. That's cool.
Yeah.
Kevin Kelly, because he's still alive.
And does a damn good job
He's
on those
so good.
telecasts.
Yeah. All right. So that wraps up Pin Mail. You got anything else tonight? We're over an hour.
Then probably I should have nothing else.
I don't care. We can go as long as we want. It's the internet. It's just free. It could be like this first couple shows where we went multiple hours.
We had nobody listening, so we had nobody to tell
That's
us,
true.
Could you cut that down?
Right. All right, Tom, tell the people where they can find you on the internet.
Go on to Twitter machine at Mr. Workrate, at MR Workrate. Look for me on Pokemon Go. Why not?
That was not a plug I was expecting.
I have a series of numbers. It's not. I'm technically Mr. Workrate on that, but I think you have to find my number. So
Post it on your
if
Twitter.
you do happen to find me on Twitter, hit me up. I can give you the 12 digits or whatever that you need so that we can exchange gifts and
There you go.
Pokeballs.
I do not play Pokemon Go. Just throwing it out there.
I did it first, and then I dumped it the same time everybody else did. And then when the Switch game came out.
Right. Yeah.
Or it hadn't come out yet, and we still don't own it. But when it was announced, and I guess you can kind of carry stuff over. My son has like a Pokemon, so we figured, well, let's get this back up and get him a whole bunch of stuff so that he can hit the ground running. So my wife started doing it first, and then I did it. And I don't know, between the two of us, I'm not sure if we're actually transferring any of that stuff over to him.
I really want them to create a WWE Go so you could just run around and catch wrestlers. You just throw contracts at them. Of course, Brock Lesnar is the rarest because it's hard to find him. And he's never around.
He only shows up 2 days of the year in the game.
Yep. You can find me on Twitter at JCBobbitt, JCBOBBITT, or wherever finer social media is pervade. You can find the show on Twitter at CheatersInVRPin. You can find us on Instagram at CheatersNeverPin. You can find us on your Roku. Go to your channel store and search Cheaters Never Pin and listen to us in the best room in the house. And then you can also add us to your flash briefings via your Amazon Alexa-enabled devices. Just find us in the Alexa app, search Cheaters Never Pin Update, and find us there. And, of course, I just triggered mine because I forgot to mute it before we started the podcast. So I think that does it. We'll be back next week. We'll talk about what happened at TLC. And I think at that point, Tom, we are officially on the road to WrestleMania. Because the next pay-per-view is Royal Rumble.
Yes, but before the Royal Rumble, we have another very important event. The event that we wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning for.
We do have Wrestle Kingdom.
And I heard the most horrible news, not to go back into news because, we're wrapping this up.
Doesn't matter.
I am shocked and outraged. There will not be a New Japan Rumble this year.
I missed that. Really?
It's not in the card. It's not listed. There is a pre-show match, which I don't know what it is off the top of my head.
You know it is.
No, the pre-show match has been announced. I just don't know it off the top of my head.
Oh, hold on. I can pull it up.
Yeah.
What number Wrestle Kingdom are we on? 14?
13.
Okay. Please hold. Everybody's turned this podcast off now. We started wrapping it up. So really, this is just bonus material. The pre-show match.
The gauntlet
match. Yep. Someone just hasn't put the Rumble match on the Wikipedia page, Tom.
But see, the thing that I'm thinking though with the gauntlet match is it could be, it's a whole bunch of 6-man tag teams.
So you got Liger, Tiger Mask, and Captain New Japan as a team?
You could have, Liger teams up with Tiger Mask and,
Please let it be
the
Captain New
great
Japan.
Kabuki at 72 years old.
Huh?
You just do the spots, and then Abdullah comes out for some reason, just...
You're 100% right, because where the hell does Cheeseburger go on this card? I guess he's in this gauntlet match.
So... that's what I'm assuming they're going to do. It's not the traditional Rumble necessarily. And again, it's a gauntlet match, so you still have the drama of, nobody's been officially announced.
Okay.
So you have the first 3 guys come out, and they're like, okay, who's the next team going to be? And it's like, oh, it's those guys.
Yeah.
So
I'm down with that.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed on that.
That would actually be more fun, I think.
Plus, it's the never 6-man belts, and no one really cares about those. Yep. So it's fun.
Right. Yep. So next week, TLC recap, Road to WrestleMania, and getting y'all warm and steamy for Wrestle Kingdom 13, live from the Tokyo Dome on January 4th. And not live, but actually playing on cable the same day this year. So that's exciting.
I don't get that channel.
Is it on Sling?
Yes.
Okay, then I get that channel. Hell yeah.
You get that channel. I do not.
Cool.
Not on the Hulu.
You can use my Sling login. That's fine.
No, we wouldn't do that. They'd be stealing.
You're right. But I'll text you. All right, so this has been Cheaters Never Pin. Thanks for listening, as always, and we'll catch you next week. So I've been JC.
I'm Tom.
And we'll catch you on the flip side.